Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and today we are watching episode 2 of season 1 of the Wheel of Time. So, last time around was really exciting because I finally get to watch Wheel of Time. It's crazy that this is happening, but I'm really excited about it. So, we're only one episode in and already I am, it's extremely promising. It's slightly concerning because I understand that you can't add everything, but it feels like there's a lot of stuff missing. Hopefully it's not going to be relevant. Hopefully it's going to be fine. It feels that, I don't know, it feels so promising that I'm confident that they're going to do it well. You know, I am concerned, but what I've seen so far gives me hope, that they're going to be able to do it in a good way. Despite the stuff that's missing, despite if I think that this would have been really important to have to add into the show or whatever. I don't work in TV. I'm not. Who am I to judge? I'm sure that the people doing this for a living know it better than I do. I'm just in general happy that I get to watch it at all. That it exists whatsoever. And as I said, it looks really, really promising. It's very early days so far. And if they do one season per book, it's going to be 14 seasons of this before we're finished. And I don't know. I've always been concerned because I'm such a big fan of the books. I know the books pretty well, and I know that this is not an easy series to make. This is not an easy movie or TV series to create. It's going to be very hard to translate from book to live action. So last time around, we were introduced to a bunch of characters, and a lot of stuff happened. The sum of the episode is basically that these four youngsters, Egwene, Alvear, Rand al'Thor, Manethrin Cawthon, and Perrin Ibarra, they need to leave. They need to get the heck out of their little village because there's a lot of bad things coming for them. So, the beginning is very similar to Lord of the Rings, in essence. Instead of Gandalf, we have Moraine, an Aes Sedai magician, I guess you could call her, sorceress, and she's here to help and to get these people out before all the bad monsters come and kill everyone. There's one pretty large character missing. I wonder when he's going to make an entrance. This guy Thom Merrilin. He was supposed to be there, but he hasn't made an entrance yet. He's supposed to come along with them from the start. I don't know where he is, and it's going to be interesting to see when he enters the story. So let's find out what happens in the next one and see how their escape from Two Rivers works out. I'm slightly concerned because my lights are flickering. It's fairly stormy outside. So we'll see how this works. Hopefully I won't have a power outage. Oh well. Let's get into this one. As always though, just want to mention the Patreon. On the Patreon, I do uncut reactions. They're not edited down like here on YouTube. It's also usually early access. For this show, I'm trying to do it it comes out on Fridays and I'm trying to have the episode up on Saturday. So not a whole lot of early access, but it's something at least. And link is in the description down below. Check it out if you are interested. But with that said, let's get into episode 2 of Wheel of Time.
Where next?
The Two Rivers. There are rumors of 4 Ta'veren there, all the right age.
I'm assuming they're going to explain what Ta'veren means eventually. I know, but maybe that's a spoiler. Whitecloaks? Yeah, there's the sun. Whitecloaks for sure.
Have you ever tried this?
No, I haven't. It's a tiny bird. Friggin' Whitecloaks, man.
Sometimes brutality is the only path to mercy.
Such self-righteous douchebags. They're just awful. This is a very appropriate intro. Because the turning of the Wheel of Time weaves the pattern, which is reality. Ooh, that's gorgeous. They haven't really talked about the Old Blood so far. I wonder if they will mention it. At the same time, I guess you don't want to overload people with too many mysteries all at once. You want to keep it fairly simple and straightforward.
Walls won't stop Trollocs. The only thing they fear is deep water.
I wonder they smell like piss. Oh.
Yeah.
My son will be here soon, and then we can...
Twice that when we're safely on the other side.
Yeah, we're going now. We're not waiting.
You're not the type of woman that hears no often.
I am.
No, pretty much never. Aes Sedai are in general not really used to being questioned or disobeyed. I would think that you would know, like you said yourself, Lon, that they have a fade. They have a half man. Like, Trollocs fear deep water, but they fear a fade more. There it is. That's a really good look for a half man, I think.
The rider's a fade. A fade can force a Trolloc to do most things, but they won't cross that river. Come, we'll take...
Are you sure about that?
We can't leave him!
If you go back, you'll give them a way to follow us. I can't allow it.
Yeah, they're dead.
No! It's the only way to get my son across!
You really think you will get across?
Don't!
What? I mean, come on, dude. You see what's waiting on the other side. Yeah, I mean, let's go. What else are you gonna do? Wow, that's gorgeous. I wonder how much of the backgrounds is CG.
Be careful, everyone. There are things more dangerous than Trollocs in this world.
Yeah, that there are indeed.
They need their strength.
So do you.
It's dangerous doing that, though.
I saw it. My Nynaeve get taken. One of those things.
Yes, but she's a stubborn woman. She'll be fine.
Moiraine said the Trollocs came for us. And when we left, they did follow us.
Come on. Who even knows what the truth is?
Sleep. You're going to need it. We leave at first light.
Yeah, a lot of things going on that you don't understand, Rand.
Are you going to kill us like you did that ferryman?
She didn't kill him. He made his own choices.
Words are important, and how we use them is important.
Yeah.
I don't know.
1. To speak no word that is not true.
Basically to be a politician.
These oaths are bound by the One Power itself. It's not that we do not break them, it's that we cannot break them. If I had allowed him to take his ferry and cross the river, what would have happened?
He would have died.
Trollocs would have killed him.
Yes.
Yes.
The power inside me.
What do you call it?
Just listening to the wind.
I'm no Aes Sedai.
But you could be. Touching the source will come to you whether you want it to or not.
And you have to be able to learn to control it. Or you will be boned.
Look at its surface.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's clear and opaque.
She's supposed to have on her forehead.
There is no hunger, no exhaustion. There is only the stone and the sound of rushing water.
I thought I felt something, but...
You did.
That last, that was yours. And yours alone.
Man, it's so trippy seeing this.
Sorry.
It's alright.
That looks like an uncomfortable sleeping position.
I came out here to be alone.
Let's be alone together. Need to do something about that, dude, before it gets too bad. You can't just pretend it doesn't exist. Infection is very dangerous.
Do you think we'll ever go back?
Home.
No, dude. Well, I mean, yeah, some of you. But it's gonna be a long while. Isn't the saying that you have a frog in your throat or something? Not a bat. You're dreaming, dude. But what is real and what is dream?
How did...
You saw them too.
But it was a dream. Did you put this in our dreams?
Oh, Lon.
Did anyone speak to you?
There was a man. Eyes like embers.
Dreams have power.
What does that mean?
Like,
Horses arrested.
dude, there is too much. we can't get into it. It's gonna take too long.
Why should we trust you?
Go where you will, then.
See, how come I don't believe you'd actually let me do that?
I've run out of patience.
One conversation and you're on her side now.
Don't you see how pale she's getting? How weak? She's using the one power to keep our strength up at the cost of her own. If I were her, I'd leave you behind too.
Yeah, but the problem is that she's being very secretive about it, you know?
We've got each other. That's it. You're right. You're right about Moraine. The lady does shoot fireballs, so let's try it and stay on a good side.
Good point. Good point, Matt.
Whitecloaks.
And that means trouble. I really like the way her cloak lies.
Are you headed to Whitebridge?
Yes, sir. I have a sister in the city who we hope will let us stay.
He will be thorough, but brief.
Yeah, make sure to be brief. You will be thorough and unfair.
This isn't your land.
Children of the light hold sway wherever men walk in the light. Tower dispatched 8 sisters to deal with Loghain's army to the south.
Oh, it was Logain in the beginning of the first episode.
With a mouth like a boar, a group of them overtook the village we were in.
This was in the borderland.
Technically true.
Trollocs this far south.
Yeah, go deal with them instead.
He's truly upon us.
Jesus.
What was the name of the town where you came from?
Tarn Ferry.
Yeah, not Emmons Field. I mean, they were in Tarn Ferry as well.
The woman said the Trollocs went west.
You are meant for battle. We questioners have a higher purpose.
Yeah, rooting out heresy. Fundamentalists always get me all riled up, no matter what universe, like what fictional universe, or if it's reality, or like anywhere. They make me so upset.
You said you couldn't break the 3 oaths.
I can't.
You did today.
Oh, she didn't? No, she didn't.
We will always tell the truth. It just may not be the truth you think.
Exactly. They're really good at bending the truth. They never break it, they never lie. I did notice that the episode title was Shadows Waiting, which I hope it means what I think it means. I don't see how they're gonna be able to get through the book if they've only gotten this far.
Weep for the blood of Aemon, cry for Manethrin.
Finally, we bring up the old blood.
During the Trolloc Wars, the army of Manethrin was small but strong. Had sent messages to the neighbors they'd fought for in the past, and they were promised aid if they could hold for 3 days. For 3 days they fought, and though the land became a butcher's yard, no Trolloc crossed the river.
Yeah, heroes of old.
And on the 10th day, they knew. They knew no help was coming. On the 13th day, the army of Manethrin was gone.
Yeah, you can't hold out forever, you know?
There was nothing left of their farms, their villages, or their great city.
But they
returned.
just kept on, just started rebuilding.
The old blood runs deep in you. Remember that.
Yes.
You'll need it in the days to come.
Taishar, Manethrin. I'm so weak to those wide open vistas because I live in like Sweden where I mean there's just woods everywhere here. Can never see the woods for all the trees.
It is too dangerous in the Shadowed City.
Yeah.
We cannot go there.
I mean, yeah, I know you don't want to go to Shadar Logoth, but you're not gonna have much in the way of choice.
Do you want me to just go back to the way everything was?
No,
Because we can't. You make your decision.
You're being a bit pig-headed, my friend.
And I just want you to look at me. And not hate me.
I could never hate you.
Wolves in the distance. Jeez, dude, you need to do something about that. It's not gonna look pretty this time. Oh, man. Hey, guys. You made a friend. Well, I mean, this is really, really promising.
She needs sleep. You all do.
Yeah, Lon will be fine. He can stand watch. He can go for days without sleep and be fine. Oh no.
We need to get her out of here. Right! Where? East to the fallen city of Shadar.
It's a terrible choice, but what are you gonna do? I'm really happy that they kept Shadar Logoth in.
What's happening?
I don't know, she just stopped.
Steady, steady.
Well, they don't want to go to Shadar Logoth. Yes, yes, baby.
Look, the Trollocs. Why are they all just standing there?
Because they don't want to go in there. They're terrified of the place. Oh, that looks awesome. That looks so well done. I'm over the moon about this.
Listen. There's no birds.
There's nothing living here.
There's no bugs.
She's barely breathing.
Yeah, we need her. She needs to put up wards. Wow, this has been realized so well.
Shadar Logoth. Sounds like the old tongue.
It means...
Because it is.
Shadows waiting when the world needed them most. They built their wall with no gate, locked themselves inside, and let the other nations of men burn. It is said that evil itself grew from the city's heart and consumed everyone and everything that lived.
More words than you've said all day, probably ever. And two,
Good point.
What name did you bring us here?
Because Trollocs won't come here. You shouldn't go exploring, dude. Oh, man. Visually, I will say that this has been really impressive so far. What a brave new world it is we're living in. Where things like this is TV content, you know? Yeah, you're a far cry away from your little village now, huh?
You should have this. Layla made it. Keep it clean so that if I ever did need it, it'd be ready.
Aaron doesn't want a bladed weapon.
It's all though, to save my life, or the life of someone that I loved. You ever got into any trouble, it'd probably be my fault. Although, to be perfectly honest, I can't see how anyone could reasonably blame me for any of this.
No, for once you're in the clear, dude.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'm so excited for future seasons. It's very early to say that, and yes. Oh, I so hope that this will get to, like, tell the whole story, you know? It's not like Game of Thrones where they just, like, ran out of source material. This series is actually finished. Don't. Oh, I know what's gonna happen, and I don't want it to. Oh, man. I mean, I assume I know. They have taken quite a number of liberties with the source material, after all. What did Lon say? Touch nothing. This guy. Leave it. Oh no, poor horse.
I'm here.
Where are we?
Where you didn't want to go. Yeah, don't touch it.
Let's get out of here.
This is why no one comes here. Shadar, I think. Of course, like, I don't know pronunciations for basically anything.
No! Burn!
He's got you, bro. He's... Jump? I mean... Have faith and let Jesus take the wheel. Just jump. And now we're split up.
Oh, we can't leave without them. Pretty sure we can.
Yeah. Yeah, now's when things start to become really interesting.
If you don't take me to them right now...
Welcome back! Okay, so that was episode 2. I gotta say, this is looking really promising, and I'm so incredibly excited. It's gonna be such a major pain in the ass to wait for this for like the next decade. Because if it's this good and they can keep this up, then I will be so sad if they don't get to do the whole thing. Because, like, of course, stuff is missing. Stuff I would have loved to see it in. Like, for instance, Tom Maryland. Like, where is he? You know? Rand's journey from the farm back to Emmons Field in the winter night. There's, like, tons of stuff that I would have loved to see in, but, I mean, we can't get everything, and what we are getting is extremely promising. There are details that are, like, not exactly what I would want. Like, it's kind of... I don't know how to put it. It's like... There are things that are not what I wanted, but I don't know what I would have wanted instead, you know? Like, I think that no matter what they did, how they did it, I would have, like, been like, no, there's probably a better way to do that, but I can't, like, figure out what that way would have been. So I think I'm just gonna, like, leave it, you know? I'm not gonna complain about it. Okay, where do we even start? Okay, let's start from the beginning. I love that we get introduced to the Whitecloaks. I love that there's no bones made about the fact that they're evil. Like, they think that they are a force for good, but that's obviously not true. They're zealots who root out everything they consider to be evil, and their definition of evil is very generous, shall we say. They're basically extremely violent, xenophobic, prejudiced asshats, you know? Just kill everyone who is slightly different. And then we had the Terran Ferry and the what's it called? The Fade, the Myrddraal, the half man. That was really cool. I really like that. It was really convincingly done. Like the monsters, both the Myrddraal and the Trollocs, the many different kind of Trollocs. I love how they realized that. That it looks so good. It's everything I could have dreamed for, basically. Then we have Egwene getting her first little lesson in channeling in the One Power. I mean, it's not really a lesson as much as it's just like identifying her potential, I guess. I mean, of course, they're going to keep that in. Like, you can't skip that part, I don't think. Again, it's a little bit... I'm a little bit iffy on the whole visualizing weaves thing. Because, like, for Egwene, that thing with her hair, like, it's supposed to be only that she only noticed the light going off in the amulet or in the jewel. She's not supposed to see weaves yet, but it feels like, how do you do that? Because Moraine sees them and Egwene doesn't yet. So, like, how do you, like, I don't know how to do that, because it so depends on whose perspective, like whose eyes you're looking through. And in this, we're looking through the camera's eyes. We're not looking through Egwene's eyes. And then we had the story of Aemon and Manethrin. I was wondering if that was going to be included. Like, there's stuff missing, of course. Like, the reason for that story. It kind of came out of nowhere that Matt started singing. You have to get there somewhere, and that feels like an easy, quick way to do it. So sure, I'm on board. And then we have the first appearance of wolves. That was really awesome. Oh, I love wolves. I love dogs in general. Oh, Perrin, you're going to come out of this separation a different person. I hope that... I don't know, maybe he's not included. It's a character that's going to show up next episode. Or maybe he won't. I don't know if he's included in this show or not. Moving on, we make it to Shadar Logoth. Shadow's waiting. That was really amazingly well realized, I thought. It was gorgeous in a decrepit kind of way, I think, or something. I don't know. And then the thing happened. Oh, Matt, you should have left that knife well enough alone. Lan had a reason to say that don't touch anything and only eat what you brought in with you. Oh well, what are you gonna do? These things happen, I guess. And then Mashada showed up, and that was really awesome. I think it's funny, just like that Lan led them there, that like we're being chased by very like scary, hellish monsters. Let's go somewhere where the hellish monsters are afraid to go. That sounds like a good idea. I mean, yeah, they didn't follow, but that should give you that should give you cause for concern, you know. And then we split up into 3 groups, and Nynaeve came back into the story because she's too stubborn to die. I think next episode is going to be really good, but I'm also concerned because I think episode 4 is where things really gonna take off. And that's not out yet. I have to wait for that. Oh, I have to wait an entire week. So yeah, all in all, I am so incredibly pleased with how this is turning out so far. And at the same time, it makes me so very concerned, because how are they going to keep up this quality for any like length of time? I have hope, of course. I don't think we can do much else. Like, the casting has been fantastic so far, I think. What I'm concerned about is that there's so many characters. Like, there's a good amount in this first season, and it's just going to grow. There's just going to be more and more characters added. So far, this is really, really exciting, though. I can't wait to see how this turns out. Not story-wise, and just like how they realize it, how they translate it. Because of course I know what's going to happen story-wise. So that was episode 2, and I'm really, really excited for episode 3. Can't wait to get to it. But that is for a different day. For today I am done, and I thank you very much for joining me. I hope to see you in the next video, but until then, do take care of yourselves, and peace out.